Welcome back to another geocaching day with R&DW Adventures. I'm Darryl W4.
And I'm Renee W25.
And I threw it for a loop with our geocaching names, but we're out here today because there's a couple of new things. One, we have Adventure Labs showing up in the Geocaching app, the one from Groundspeak from geocaching.com. And they're kicking that off with a new promotion. So before we actually take to the trail, let me show you in the app what we're doing today. So the long-awaited Adventure Labs in the Geocaching app has finally arrived. That hit along with the start of the Science of Discovery event. So I'm going to show you real quick how to get into that mode essentially in the app, and it's already turned on. So first thing to remember, Adventure Labs will only show with their starting location. It's not going to show you all of the stages. They will show as found if you've completed all the stages of the Adventure Lab. They will show unfound if you have any unfound stages. So you still have to do a little bit of work there. But if you go into the app, hit the map, and right now you can see we've got a couple of pins. One is a traditional cache, the other is the Adventure Lab, which is really, really tiny. But if you hit this filter, you can select your types and turn off all of them except for the Adventure Lab. And after we apply, we'll go zoom out, and there we go. We've got just the Adventure Labs, with a lot in Canada that when that reopens, we'll have to go check out as well. But why don't I send it over to Renee to tell you a little bit about the Science of Discovery event and why Adventure Labs are so important this time around.
So a little bit more about the Science of Discovery. You can find more information about it on the app or the web from your profile. If you click on the Science of Discovery, it will pull up your individual score, and as you can see, we haven't started yet. It'll tell you your friends. It kind of has a leaderboard of the top 10, and then it'll tell you how to find them or what they're worth. So there's 4 souvenirs you can earn through the Science of Discovery, and that's a rocket science, geology, environmental science, and futurology. You get points for each type of cache you find. So if you find a regular cache, it's 5 points. If you find a geocache with 10 or more favorite points, it's worth 9 points. If you find a multi-cache, it's 6 points. And each stage of an Adventure Lab cache are 10 points. An Earth cache is worth 8 points, and a mystery cache is worth 7 points. You can't stack these. So, for example, if you found an Adventure Lab with favorite points, it's still 10 points for each stage during that. And theoretically, then you complete this in 300 points. So if you find 6 of the typical Adventure Labs that are worth 10 points for each stage, you can complete the entire process of this. And it runs from now through July 11th, so you have plenty of time. We have 83 days and 23 hours to complete this. Again, it's a lot of fun, and rocket science is worth 50 points, geology is 100 points, environmental is 200 points, and futurology is 300 points. So get out there and have some adventures.
We just found the second stage of this Adventure Lab. Along the way, we also found a traditional geocache, so we should have 25 points. Let's go ahead and check that out. And also of note is, guess what? I've now got 8,800 finds, just kind of coincidentally. But if we go into the Science of Discovery from the app here, we can see we've got 25 points now. Couple of notes on that. You have to be live logging. You can't use the drafts if you want to check your status and earn those points. The points only register once it's actually sent. So Adventure Labs are always live logged. That's not such a big deal. But when it comes to the traditional caches, we tend to like to save as drafts, make some edits, and then send them. So in this case, we can't really do that. We have to do the live logs if we want to check it online. And the other thing I'll note is every so often we've run into lag when you post that it doesn't necessarily show up right away. So don't despair if that Adventure Lab, if that log that you just placed didn't actually take. It probably is still there. Just make sure to go back and check in about an hour, 2 hours, and typically when I've seen that, it's not been more than about half an hour for it to log. So we did manage to earn our first souvenir from the Adventure Lab with a few extra caveats. So, if we take a look at our Science of Discovery, we have 62 points because we found one traditional. This had a bonus catch, which is the mystery, which is worth 7. And we got our first souvenir in the process.
Yay!
So that's how easy it is to get the first one. It takes a little bit more to get the rest of them, but we do have some more Adventure Labs that we're going to try. Not going to share that with you today, but make sure to stay subscribed by hitting the channel icon over there in the corner. Then on the other side, like right over Renee's face, is going to be the geocaching playlist. So we're going to have a lot more videos just like this over there.